300. Get 300. Over. 26. Back north. Wait, I get that? Wait, I get that? No. Wait, I get that? Wait, I get that? No. Wait, I get that? No. Wait, I get that? Hey, 626! Let's begin it! Wait, I get that? No. Back north. Going right. We are going. Let's begin it. No. Wait, I get that? No. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, 88. Wait, I get that? No. 630. Set. Delta set. Delta. There you go. ready, set. No touch that. No touch. No touch.
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Regs out for the opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The Jets take their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Go Silver, ready?
Right to the air. It's Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Hey!
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's balled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Hurts now from the gun. Goddard makes the catch. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. Takes out a 1-stop. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And now it's 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
King, Phil King, Phil King. Hey,
Hurts throwing again. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. Rodgers here off the play action. Escapes out to the left. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Goes to the hurry-up offense here.
That's a gain of 7.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Rodgers here from the gun. He'll get this one to Adams. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Zach Vaughn with the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup.
Jump out!
Second and 8.
Don't.
At the 50-yard line.
26. Yeah, Liz. Inside.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Take 30.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. Right side into the hands of Adams. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll be facing 4th down. They'll go for it. Rodgers. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Big gain downfield. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Rodgers. That's cocked. He finds Alan Lazard.
Run, run!
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it!
Brings up second.
Hey,
and
take
yard
26!
At the 39-yard line.
2nd and 1. Throwing the out route complete. And he stopped cold at the spot. We will keep pace for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Go to 50! Hey, you block over here!
Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
88, 88, 88.
Throwing again. It's Rodgers. He's on the move. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept at breaking up those passes.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Hey, Mike! Run.
Play fake. It's Rodgers. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 42 yards on that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Hey, 73, 73.
First down throwing for Hurts. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT.
Well, nickel has really become the base defense for so many teams in the league because the passing game has become so prevalent today. It really makes it so much more difficult to find an open throwing lane. It gives defenses a lot more speed on the back end to step in front of passes just like that.
Jump
On
out!
the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
No. Get up!
To throw is Rodgers. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
No. Look again.
Off play action, Rodgers. Headed out right. Caught by Lazard. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They strike for 23 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Over. No.
Play action with Rodgers. Compton brings it in. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Jim!
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
The nose of the football inside the one. Here's second and goal.
Take 30.
Throwing once again, Rodgers. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Another shot at this extra point here. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Has a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Hurts now from the gun. This one finds Goddard. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
On first down, Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Hurts throwing again. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Jets might be able to get some points late after the interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's going to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
26.
First down, Rodgers. Still able to get that first down. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
50. Plant.
They send the tight end in motion.
Yeah, Liz.
They start the drive with Hall. He cuts it to the right sideline. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Jets cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. They'll get another chance now to knock the point after through. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Now Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 48. He's got Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, a run with Barkley. Has a lane inside the 25. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Eagles grab the lead on their first series of the half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. One after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Xavier Gibson now to return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Inside.
Working out of the gun. It's Rodgers. That's brought in by Lazard. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Hey, 88.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off Ray Blankenship. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They've got a man in motion. Rodgers coming back after the pick. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Getting out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight and forced the throwaway.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Play fake. It's Rodgers. Into the hands of Conklin. And what a hit there. Alex, she faced the press for moving the chains that time. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing on first down, Rodgers. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we called them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Devontae Adams. So now it's going to be third and long.
Back north.
Throwing again. It's Rodgers. That throws knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
No. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Get up.
They'll go for it. Rodgers. Chased out to his right. He finds it beyond the marker. And they find it and bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 88. No. Check 30. Flip again.
Again, Rodgers. That one way too far up there. They can't connect. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
They'll throw again. Rodgers. Able to hit Hall. Complete. And they'll advance this down the 5-yard line. Working quickly here.
That's good for a
50.
From the red zone now. Quick slant complete. And that's a New York touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Zerline on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line, thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go, 2nd down. Throwing here, Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And he can escape no longer. They roll him over and bring him down. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the 4th quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That's not going to help in that decision at all.
Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll get it up to the 44. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Great.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he gets this one to the 49 on a solid pickup. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They go to Barkley again. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
He connects with his back deep down the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
And he only gets this one down to the 9. Over just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Barkley. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Pick up a 4, that brings up 3rd and goal.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
D, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Here's the veteran, Greg Zuerlein, as we are ready to start. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And he's going to bring this one back. Less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish an early rhythm.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. A big run, they finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for David Montgomery. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. From the gun, it's Goff. That is caught side of the end zone. Amon-Ra, safe grab. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Get 300! Get 300!
A throw on the first play from Rodgers. He's got a receiver, Alan Lazard. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
1st and 10.
Jump out!
From the gun, Rodgers. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Over.
They put Adams in motion. On the run, here's Hall. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Conklin goes in motion.
26. Yeah, this. Inside.
A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They put Adams in motion. Rodgers here on second down. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. More from MetLife Stadium after this. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. C.J. Mosley, the veteran linebacker, there to shut it down. Second down and 8. Throwing here is Goff.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short game.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is Goff. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And we'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Hassan Reddick there to make the play. To play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. Goff to throw. Quickly, they get it into the hands of Williams. Will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Detroit. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Get 300. Get 300.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Gets that one to the veteran Lazar. Mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
26.
1st down for Aaron. This one caught by Lazar. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That one caught by Adams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really good drive so far. What I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
In motion comes Lazard. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. That one, take it in. Allen Lazard. Touchdown, New York.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Extra point try now for Zerline. It's up and through. And the Jets will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To throw is gone. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Hold on. Check. What?
On second down, gone. That's caught by Gibbs.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here's a third down and 4. Goff to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Quincy Williams. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum build.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchdown. Set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Williams in motion. Goff to throw on first down. Oh, he puts another ball up for grabs, and this one's also intercepted. Picked off by Michael Carter. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
A 33-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is good. And the Jets going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Jets 24, Lions 14.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Gibson now on the return. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
Wide left.
In motion comes Lazard. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well.
Hey, 88.
Out of the pistol, Rodgers to throw. He'll look underneath for Hall. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Hey, 88. 630. Box it. Hey, Mike. Look again.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He gets this complete, finding Adams. A pickup there of 13, and the Jets have a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Go to 50. Jump out. Jab.
They put Adams in motion. Again, it's Rodgers. Firing downfield for Conklin. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, like, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They put Wilson in motion.
Yeah, this.
Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts.
Get 300.
Rodgers going up top again. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
630.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Lions' 32-yard line.
@Aoski_I appreciate you stopping by, bro. 100 points. Have a great day, raising hands.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Rodgers on first down. He's got it about the 8. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter.
Lions 14.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal.
Go!
Here's a design run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, second down and goal.
Three!
At the 6-yard line.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Third and goal coming up.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
Third and goal for Aaron Rodgers. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up fourth down.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force fourth down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And Zerline comes back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. Open man downfield. It's Laporta. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Second and 6 coming up. They'll drop to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And the Jets will take over at their own 15.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hand.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Greg Zuerlein set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And right away, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Rolling to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism. They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Rolling to his right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 23-yard run. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly against, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Hey, take 26. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Hey, 88.
Now Rodgers. There's Hall bringing in another one. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. And that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Jets 0.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Go to 50.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. And he completed 7 straight passes before that one, as it falls incomplete and puts a halt to that streak. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Inside.
And again, it's Rodgers. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Here's Rodgers to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. That'll give him 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Off to Wilson it goes on the end around. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. They'll roll him out right. Down to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S, Jets, well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Regs out for the opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The Jets take their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Quincy Williams making the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. DJ Reed brings him down that time. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
That one's cut along the left side. They get 37 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff for Harris, running right. And they had that one contained right at the line. Up to a halt by C.J. Mosley. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap for Wilson. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Okay, that wasn't a massive break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Russ now from the gun. Flush down out to his left. That's caught for the first. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Teammate. Hey, take 26. Back north.
Rodgers here off the play action. And his first pass falls incomplete. Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing third and long.
Hey, take 26. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, 88, 88, 88.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's out in the clear. And the Steelers get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Sending the tight end in motion left. From the gun, it's Wilson. He rolls to his right. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jets can only get the return up towards the 10 before they're taken down. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Will hook them there on the stop. Offense in the hurry up here. Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 4th and long. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
Has it at the 37. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. New series coming up following the punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jets take possession of the football.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Easy. Inside. Mike. Go to 50.
To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
AD flex biceps, medium skin tone flex biceps, medium skin tone.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the... Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with first and 10.
Back row, just seeing your comment.
Here's Rodgers. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Jump out! Jump out! Jim! 26! Yeah, live.
Rodgers here from the gun. He's got some... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Get 300!
Another try following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Man in motion here.
Get 300! Back north. Hey, check 26! Look again.
3rd and long, Rodgers. This is reeled in by Wilson. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10.
Over.
Working inside the red zone. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
26. Go to 50. Hey, you block over. No.
Throwing again. It's Rodgers. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Again, Rodgers. Has it down close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Hall crosses the goal line. Touchdown, New York. The Jets parlay the interception into points. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Regs are line for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets tie this game 7-7. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Well. Well left. Good.
Carried by Harris here to start the drive. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
Okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right, doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Forced out to his right. Snared by his running back. It's Najee Harris. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The Steelers calling their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10 from the 41.
Listen.
Wilson now from the gun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Quick. Check. Good.
From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. Oh my! It's intercepted in the end zone. And the Jets get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for them. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
On the 44-yard line now, first and 10.
Hey, 88.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. Rolling left, buying some time. Coughlin brings it in. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense set for a first and 10.
50. 630. No. Hey, Mike. We didn't get that.
Rodgers to throw. And he scores. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets take the lead just before halftime. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. They were throwing for it there. They didn't care who knew about it, Gronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring it to a defense. Other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Zerline on now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Fields the hard squib kick. And what a great start for their series. He's all the way up close to the 45-yard line before stepping out.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear. hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
One last play before the break.
Hey, alert.
Looking to throw. On the move, headed right. Launching deep down the right sideline. And they pick him up again. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Boswell on to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this one out with Hall. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go.
On the 50. Run right.
Rodgers set to pass. That's caught. He finds Alan Lazard. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 32 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down throw by Rodgers. That throw finds Coughlin. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Back north.
They'll come up first and 10.
Get Mike. Right. Flip it, get it.
Coming right is Hall. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He'll get this complete to Lazard. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 3rd and 2, Rodgers. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
A 31-yard attempt.
Bass's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
When you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Taking the handoff, now Wilson. Escapes out to the left. And they pick him up again. And the Jets will be set up great after a terrific return down inside the 15. Well, no doubt they envision that as the start of a second half push for the lead.